Um, uh, uh, fuck. Siffy, why you do this to me? Even after Emily's warning, I was not ready. Greetings, geeks and geekeras. It is me, I am back. So that was a thing. This is gonna be so hard to talk about. But before I do, just quick little bit of housekeeping. I know I kept promising you another anniversary, another 100 thing to celebrate, but it looks like the universe does not want me to do it because 2 times I tried to do 2 different things and they both failed. So instead, we're just going to get to normal reviews. I might do something special this weekend to make up for it, might not. Depends on how things work. But anyway, without further ado, let's try our damnedest to get into Wynonna Earp, cause fuck. Alright, we've got 2 episodes to go through, so hold on with me while I'd say some of the stuff from episode 1 before getting into the big mess that was episode number 2. So we start off all of this by Waves finding out about Charlie, and but then Waves decides to touch Charlie with her ring hand, and he wakes up. Quick little side note about all of this. Just mention a little small thing that happened. Robin became an honorary deputy, so if he becomes like permanent deputy from now on, I'd be okay with that. But yeah. Wynonna figures out that Waves is in the woods because she's going to at least think about doing it. And by it, I mean sitting on the throne. And so she goes to stop her. They have an emotional moment in the woods. It's of note that Wynonna still couldn't see the stairs. But Wynonna knocks Waves out, and she asks Charlie to take her out of town. Doc is going through some shit. Apparently tasting Charlie's blood has made him gone a little crazy, like with an unending thirst. After running into Bobo in the cage, a couple revenants find out that Wynonna no longer has Peacemaker, so they kidnap her, try to use her as bargaining chip for Bolshar. Waves and Charlie end up at the greenhouse. Waves starts to see some of Charlie's memories. When Wynonna wakes up, she finds Mercedes. Apparently Mercedes has signed on to be Bolshar's next wife. So she's safe. And it looks like Maeve did not come into play at all in this finale. But we get to the first of like big revelations, one that I see a few fans called. Charlie is Jullian. Then after we find this out, a crazed Doc starts beating up Waverly, and so Jullian comes in and beats him. When he does, it knocks over a statue, and there's a sword inside the statue. which Doc takes for some reason. Wynonna actually figures out that part of Bullshar's plan was to pit everyone against each other, so that the Revenants and Wynonna would fight, while he and his beekeepers went and succeeded in his plan. Clutie then, Bullshar goes and finds Bobo and makes him his lieutenant. And that's the end of episode 1. The first half. Episode 11. Then episode 12 starts with Wynonna breaking the seal and allowing the Revenants on to their homestead. Wynonna finds out about Jullian, which is kind of awkward. Sorry I slept with your dad. She slept with her sister's dad. After an awesome fight scene with Nicole, Kate, and the beekeepers, Nicole is hurt badly, like she's legit dying. And he's taken to the barn, and Jullian heals her. Jeremy, while all of this has been going on, has been working on a cure for the beekeepers, and he actually finds it thanks to a reference to Mambo number 5. Oh shit, I totally got messed up and forgot to say spoilers, so if you don't want to be completely spoiled about how this season ends, go watch it, come back. Sorry for this lateness, it's just these episodes have got me all fucked up. Anyway, back to the show. He finds a cure for the beekeepers. Bobo, he keeps coughing up dirt, and so Jullian sees this and sees that he succumbed and gave his will into Bullshar, and so he knows now that he is beyond saving, and Bobo knows that, but he wants Waverly to be his killer. There's a big giant shootout at the homestead of Team Earp minus Jeremy and Robin versus Bullshar and Team Earp minus Jeremy and Robin plus most of the remaining Revenants versus Bullshar and his beekeepers, which was crazy. Probably one of the least crazy things about this episode, though, because Bullshar, in the midst of the shootout, actually finds and grabs Wynonna. He needs her blood. And Jullian tries to stop this using the sword, because apparently it's his sword. It's the infamous flaming sword. But it honestly didn't flame for him, for some reason. Doesn't mean that it doesn't flame, but we'll get to that. But then Bullshar, since apparently he can do it with if Jullian doesn't have the ring, and Jullian gave the ring to Waverly, and so because he doesn't have the ring, apparently Bullshar can control him, and so he has him frozen, and then Bobo comes in and kills him. And it ends up being Doc who saves Wynonna, because Doc seems to have shaken out of whatever happened to him. I think when Jullian knocked him, he knocked the crazy, maybe even the vampirism out of him. And so he saves Wynonna. They have a nice little moment together. But before that, another big thing happens. Another character dies. Bobo Del Rey is finally taken out. And he's taken out by his angel. The way that he wanted to. Which Bobo was an awesome but tragic character that you really didn't know if you wanted to root for or not. You wanted to root for him, but then he'd do some things that you're just like, Bobo, why? So, and then he went crazy for a bit, so now he's just put out of his misery. He will be missed. Wynonna goes after Bulshar, and come to find out he's broken the curse. By the way, this is when Wynonna and Doc have their moment together. A Wine-Doc moment. Which was really cool, but ends with Wynonna tying him up and putting a holy water rope around him. But meanwhile, while that ship stuff is going on, other ship stuff is going on. Mainly, a way hot proposal. Yup. Waverly proposes to Nicole and uses the ring. And so they're kind of engaged, but can't really talk about it now. So that's gonna make a lot of fans happy and sad at the same time. So then what happens is the team is sitting together. Wynonna gets them a whiskey to rally them, and come to find out she roofied them. All except for Waverly. She takes Jullian's sword, and the two of them go out to take down Bulshar. And what happens is Waverly finds Peacemaker. And, correction, sorry, Jullian Dad's sword isn't the flaming sword. It's Peacemaker that's the flaming sword. And I know this because Waverly says some magic words and throws Wynonna the sword, and the sword lights up blue flame. And we have this epic sword fight of Wynonna versus Bulshar. Bulshar is slowly becoming more and more reptilian, giving me a little bit of Voldemort vibes. But bald snake guy, so you kind of can't help but make that comparison. And Wynonna actually wins, and she kills him. But then Bulshar, as a last minute fuck you, bites her with his snake mouth, putting venom in her. But Doc, lo and behold, runs in and immediately sucks out the poison. And just when we think that everything is fine, Waverly, who's on the stairway, which I still don't know if Wynonna can actually see or not. Some fine stuff comes in and grabs Waverly, and pulls her in to the garden. And then makes this unearthly screech that puts both Doc and Wynonna on the ground. But then Doc's like, screw you, takes off his guns, and I don't know how, but he crosses a barrier that Wynonna cannot cross. And actually goes in and willingly goes into the garden after Waverly. And you're like, what the fuck? Then Wynonna lays on the ground for a bit, whispers goodbye, and meanwhile the sad version of the intro is playing, the same one that did the episode after Dolls died, which you're like, what the fuck? Which, by the way, he does get a nice reference, and we see his photo that he gave Wynonna, so nice little callback to him in the finale. And Wynonna goes back home, and everyone is gone. But there is a thing written called Valdez, written on the wall, and a friend who's more Mr. J of Mr. J's Reviews, who's more read the Bible more than me and knows the Bible more than me, mentions that the rapture might be involved because of Valdez. But still, you're like, what the hell? And then Wynonna goes to the bar, Shorty's, finds cop dad Nedley, and apparently him and Wynonna are the only ones left. And apparently something from the garden grabbed everyone. I think that's what Wynonna said. But anyway, Nedley, who's proven to be a badass in this episode multiple times, cocks his shotgun and is like, yes, let's go. And so, boom, that's how the season ends. With most of the cast gone or missing. And the only ones left in purgatory are Wynonna and Nedley. And they're gonna fight off some unearthly evil that's worse than Bull Shar. What the fuck? I have no clue, but I am excited to see where they go next season. I don't know what else to say. This episode's just got me all... Maybe I'll make a separate video once I calm down about my speculations for season 4. Or maybe I'll save that for Channel Chasers, where a week from this Saturday we will be discussing the whole season. But anyway, thanks for watching. That's going to be on Mr. J's Reviews channel. But anyway, as of now, thanks for watching. I don't know when you'll see me next. Hopefully for a special video. If not, then for Topic Tuesday. But thank you guys for watching. Till next time, and beyond.